Before we step into the storm that shattered the silence, before we revisit the single midnight comment that shook the foundations of fandoms worldwide, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell, because what you're about to hear is not a rumor, not a theory, and not just a piece of celebrity gossip. It is memory. It is heartbreak. It is one of the most unexpected and emotionally raw moments in the history of two stars whose silence had lasted for years. Until now. This is the real story of how Wang Yibo, after years of separation and silence, left a single emotional comment on Xiao Zhan's quiet post. A comment that vanished within minutes, but left an emotional scar across millions of hearts that will never fade. Stay with us as we walk you through the night the world held its breath. The night Xiao Zhan posted a sunset, and Wang Yibo answered. No one was ready. No teaser, no trending countdown. No hints. It was a silent evening in July when Xiao Zhan quietly posted an image on his Weibo account. No captions. No emojis. No explanation. The image showed a sunset, burnt orange light fading into deep blue across an endless sea. The sky was peaceful, yet heavy, as though it carried the weight of someone's memory. In the reflection of the glass window facing the sea, one could barely make out a silhouette, sitting still watching. He was alone. The post triggered over 1 million reactions within the hour. Not because of what it said nothing, but because of what it felt like. It didn't feel like a vacation memory or an aesthetic share. Felt like grief. Or longing. Or a goodbye. The midnight whisper. At 12:42 a.m., 34 minutes after the photo was posted, a comment appeared beneath it. It wasn't long. It wasn't loud. But it hit harder than any press conference or public statement ever could. From the official verified account of Wang Yibo, the comment read, I saw this sunset before with you. Do you still remember that day? No exclamation marks. No playful tone. It was a question, simple, intimate, heartbreaking. The comment stunned the world into collective stillness. Two of the most celebrated stars in Asia. Once inseparable. Once defined by a bond so vivid fans called them two halves of the same soul. Then silence. Separation. Years of no interactions. No collaborations. No mentions. Until that night. 5 words that broke the internet. Within 60 seconds of the comment, Weibo servers began to glitch under the traffic. By the 3rd minute, hashtag Wang Yibo comment and hashtag Xiao Zhan sunset exploded onto the top trends. By the 5th minute, the fandoms weren't just reacting. They were grieving, celebrating, unraveling all at once. Screenshots flooded Instagram. Twitter/X threads popped up in every language. Fan translators worked overtime to deliver what became known as the midnight comment to a global audience. People cried. People screamed. People fell silent. A fan from Vietnam wrote, I read it and dropped my phone. This isn't a post. It's a memory that lived in silence for 5 years. Another from Brazil said, he never stopped remembering. That's clear. He loved him, even if only quietly. A South Korean radio host interrupted their midnight broadcast to read the comment aloud. Voice trembling, music paused. For a full 5 minutes, the radio station aired no music. Only the quiet sound of waves playing in the background. Real or hacked. The frenzied hunt for truth. As the world collapsed into speculation, the first theory to surface was denial. It's a hacker. It can't be him. But tech experts were quick to speak. A data analyst with a history of uncovering fake celebrity impersonations posted logs verifying that. The account's login location was consistent with Wang Yibo's previous Weibo activity. The device used to comment was the same IP device used for his last 3 posts. No foreign access or breach alerts were registered. There was no anomaly. No sign of an intrusion. It was him. That one line was not the work of a troll. It wasn't a bot. It wasn't a fanfiction dream. It was Wang Yibo, or at the very least someone incredibly close to him, speaking from a place of memory that the world wasn't meant to forget. Deleted but not erased. At 2:03 a.m. the comment vanished. Deleted. Cleanly. Quietly. Without any edit trail. Fans gasped, screamed, begged. Some posted messages like, "Why did you delete it? Why show us the truth, only to take it away?" But the digital memory had already been sealed. Fan pages had saved it. Media outlets had archived it. Major Chinese forums had screenshot it to their homepages with one line in bold. Do you still remember that day? That comment, brief, nostalgic, maybe even filled with sorrow, had already become a monument in fandom history. The song that spoke louder than words. At 2:27 a.m., Xiao Zhan posted to Instagram. Just a black background. No photo. No text. Only a short audio clip of a song playing. 1,000 Years by Christina Perry. The lyrics cut deep. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. No further context. No emoji. No message to fans. But for those who knew their history, the music said everything. A love story buried in silence. To understand the weight of this moment, one must go back. In 2019, The Untamed took the world by storm. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo were more than co-stars. They were a phenomenon. Their on-screen chemistry felt like lightning bottled up. Their off-screen interactions were warm, natural, and real. But by late 2020, something shifted. No more interviews together. No crossover events. No behind-the-scenes banter. The absence was loud. Rumors swirled. Some blamed management. Some blamed the controversy that swept Xiao Zhan into a year-long media firestorm. Others whispered of a rift. Something personal. A heartbreak. A decision made to protect something or someone. Whatever it was, it left behind silence. Cold, long, and unbearable silence. Till now. Global grief, global hope. By morning, fans around the world had turned their grief into action. In the Philippines, fan clubs dropped white paper boats into Manila Bay at sunset with the words, "Do you still remember?" written in gold ink. In Japan, fans lit 1,314 lanterns at an evening vigil to represent the phrase, "Forever and ever." In Thailand, fans organized a silent candlelight walk on the beach. Barefoot, wearing only black and white, holding signs that read, "We remember for you." In Nigeria, fans gathered in a cinema room and replayed the last episode of The Untamed, pausing during the final scene by the sea, where both actors watched the fictional sunset that now seemed to reflect something far too real. Industry whispers, quiet confirmations. By noon, the silence was broken by whispers from industry insiders. A former assistant director anonymously commented, "That sunset they referenced. I was there. It was the final day of shooting. The crew wrapped, but they stayed behind. No cameras, just the two of them. They sat on the rocks for hours, watching the sky fade. It was quiet. But something passed between them that I'll never forget." Another crew member said, "It was more than friendship. I won't speculate. But it was sacred." Suddenly, what fans had always believed, that their bond went deeper than professional camaraderie, didn't feel like a dream anymore. What now? Neither has made another statement. No public denial. No clarification. No follow-up post. And yet, the world feels changed. Not because we now know everything, but because we were reminded of something we feared was gone. Connection. Even if it's fragile. Even if it's too late. Even if it lasts only one moment under a midnight post. That moment, the memory, the song, the deletion, gave people something that can't be deleted. Oh. Epilogue. The sunset they both remembered. Maybe this is all there will be. Maybe this was Wang Yibo's goodbye, not his confession. Maybe this was Xiao Zhan's acknowledgement, not his invitation. Maybe they'll never collaborate again. Never speak publicly, never confirm anything. But some stories live outside the spotlight. Some bonds defy distance, contracts, or silence. And sometimes, all it takes to resurrect the entire history of two souls is a comment left at 12:42 a.m. and deleted at 2:03 a.m. But even though it was deleted, the world remembers. And it always will. Some stories don't need a full reunion. Some love stories never get a second season. Some souls meet once, and the universe spends the rest of time echoing the moment they touched. Wang Yibo's comment may be gone, but the memory he referenced, and the way Xiao Zhan responded without a single word, has written itself into history with invisible ink that only those who felt it will ever truly read. Maybe there'll be no follow-up. Maybe there's nothing left to say. But for one night, two hearts that had drifted for years suddenly aligned, in silence, in memory, and in music. And for the millions of fans who've waited, mourned, hoped, and held on, that was more than enough. Until the next unexpected moment. Until the next comment we weren't ready for. Stay with us because their story, even in silence, still speaks. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who still remembers the day they first saw the Untamed. 'Cause tonight, we all remembered that day too.